Hello, everybody. My name is Vikas, and today we're going to discuss a really important topic pertaining to IELTS. If you should apply for a re-evaluation or an inquiry on result or the EOR. You've written your IELTS examination and you've gotten your result, but you're a few points away from your desired score. Should you apply for a re-evaluation? Let's find out. Now, these are some points that will help you evaluate whether if you should apply for an EOR or not. But eventually, the decision will be yours. But keep in mind that the money that you spend for the EOR is almost equivalent to writing another IELTS examination once again. But for those of you who tried enough and who actually want to give EOR a try, consider all the points that I'm going to talk to you about now. Without wasting further time, let's dive straight in. The first and the most basic important point is for you to do a true introspection. What I mean by this is that you are a better judge of what you've written and you know best of how exactly you've done in the test. Now, you could have probably done really well in across all the modules, but you still somehow scored 6.5 in probably a speaking or a writing. That's the time when you decide to go for an EOR. Now, before you do that, let's understand a few other points. The second important point is for you to understand the feedback that's given to you. Now, keep in mind when the results are published and when you get your result, you will be given feedback for each one of the modules and how you fared in them. Now, based on your feedback, you should be able to decide whether if you should go for a reevaluation or not. Now, the third most important point, which is one of the primary factors for you to be able to decide. Now, let's presume that you want to apply for a EOR, get a better understanding of how you scored in your other modules. Say, for example, if you scored above 7 in other modules, it's likely that you are going to apply for a EOR with IELTS writing. Now that pretty much sums up to about 90% of the cases where most of the candidates score really well in the three modules, which is speaking, listening, and reading. However, they fail to score or fare well in the IELTS writing section. Now, if you scored, say, above band 7 in all the other modules, or say above 8, let's say you've gotten a 8, 8.5, and 9 with speaking, reading, and listening, respectively, and if you've gotten 6.5 in one module, which is your IELTS writing, the first possibility is that it's likely that it's already been checked twice. But if you are confident and if your other modules indicate that you have done fairly well in your IELTS examination, you should consider going for an EOR. Guys, if your score is just say 7 and 6.5 and 6, but if you are expecting to get a band above 1 in your EOR, a band increase of more than 1 in your EOR, I'm sorry to break this to you, it probably won't happen, right? We have to be realistic. I would encourage you to prepare well and write it once again. You'll certainly make it. The next important point is if you are expecting more than one band increase, we wouldn't recommend you to apply. Let's say your band is 5.5 in IELTS writing and you're expecting a band 7. Well, we wouldn't recommend it. But ideally, if you are stuck with a 6.5 and if your score in other modules are more than 8 or 8.5, we would recommend you to strongly apply for EOR. There is a good chance that you could get a zero point 0.5 band increase, which a lot of us are looking at 7 as the ideal score with IELTS writing. So I think that should help you. Now, of course, the next most important point is apply only when you're confident. Like I said, nobody knows better than you. So do a true introspection, understand your score in other modules, and only if you are confident, go ahead and apply for an EOR. And if you have written enough number of times, say 2 or 3 times, give it a thought. You must have gone through plenty of tips and tricks videos and format videos, and you must have done something really well. But if you're still stuck at 6.5, and if it is your second or third attempt, we would recommend that you do apply for a EOR. But please make sure that, again, your modules, your score in your other modules are more than 7.5 or 8. All right. And in any case, if you applied and if it didn't work out, don't regret. You did your best, you tried, but it just did not happen. Let's just give it another try. Go through some of the videos, train harder, practice harder. It's really not so difficult. Stick to the formats that the trainers, a lot of trainers in YouTube, including me, have given you. These are tried and tested. Keep in mind that the examiner is looking at a certain protocol, regardless of how good a writer you are or how good a speaker you are. They expect you to cover all the aspects of the marking criteria for them to be able to give you a good band. I wish you all the best. If you do have any questions or queries, please feel free to leave a comment below. I'm more than happy to help you. Feel free to also check the other videos if you do like and subscribe. Thank you.